I am a man. I'm a man. I'm not a mythological figure. I'm not a legend. I'm certainly not an icon. I'm just a man. I try to be a good man. I've hurt a lot of people in the past, but I'm a good man. I've broken a lot of rules, but I am a good man. Jamie Future keeps talking about history, his history, the legacy he's going to leave, his place in it as an icon. Here's the thing. They say Future is written by the winners. You've all heard that. Fair enough. But it's not just that. You see, the way I see history is the way people remember you. Okay? It's the way people remember you. And I wonder, will you remember me? You at home watching this. Will you remember me? I mean, in a day, in a week, in a month. Next year, will you remember who Edwards is? Who Edwards was? 10 years. Will you remember me? How? How will you remember me? I can tell you what I hope. I hope you remember laughing with me, okay? That's why I tell the jokes. Because I think you might remember them. I think you might have fun with them, okay? Will you remember being entertained by me? Whether I'm doing my best to beat my opponent, whether I'm carelessly throwing myself off the top rope. Will you remember that? Will you remember me? Because I want you to remember me. But I don't need you to remember me as a great entertainer. I don't need you to remember me as a wrestler. I just want you to remember me as a good man. Because that's all I'm trying to be. Now, Jamie Future wants to be remembered as an icon. As EDW's icon. Okay? And Jamie Future, listen. You may be remembered as the first EDW heavyweight champion. Sure. You may be remembered as the first two-time EDW heavyweight champion. Sure. But you will never, not to me, not to anyone else, you will never be remembered as a good man. I just want to be remembered well, because anyone who's ever laughed at me, okay? And I appreciate that. We laugh together, we have a great time. Anyone who's ever been entertained by our wrestling, anyone who's appreciated it for what it is, I want you guys to know how much I appreciate that, and more than that. I want you to know something that I don't usually get the chance to tell you. I want you to know this, right? When I'm in that ring, okay, and let's say when I'm down and out, when I'm hurt, okay, when I'm in a vice, okay, and I look out through those ropes. I look out through those ropes and I see one person, and that person's cheering for me, okay? That person wants me to get up. That person's clapping. Maybe that person's laughing. I've seen so many people through those ropes. And I want you to know that I remember you. I remember each face. I couldn't put a name to them. I don't know who you are, but I remember you, okay? I will always remember you. I remember a lot of things, okay? Memories packed full of things. I remember EDW in the old days, okay? I remember why I loved EDW in the first place. Not wrestling. I love wrestling, but I love EDW. There were great times because people came together, wrestlers, fans, officials, all coming together to just enjoy themselves, enjoy life, enjoy everything, enjoy EDW. Okay? I remember those good times, and that's what keeps me going. Because there were bad times, okay? There were bad times. There have been times in EDW's history where people haven't got it. Okay? They didn't understand that it was about enjoying yourself. Some people, you know, they weren't there for the right reasons. We've had times where the place was taken over by egos and assholes, okay? And those were dark times. And in those times, and I don't think I've told anyone this, but I really thought about walking away. Because I wasn't enjoying myself anymore. This wasn't what EDW was about, okay? And I nearly walked away, and I've done that a couple of times. I've come so close to walking away. But I didn't. Why? Because of what EDW stands for. Because I seem to be this last person who understood that EDW is about enjoying yourself, okay? It's not about selling t-shirts, okay? It's not about the money. It's not about making whatever money you can. EDW is an enterprise of people coming together, enjoying themselves, and there were times when that was starting to fade into the distance, okay? But I was there. And the reason I didn't leave is because I felt a duty. I felt a duty to stay there and hold out this last little flame. Okay? I had to hold on to this little guttering flame of what EDW was really about. That thing that keeps it in my heart, hopefully keeps it in yours. I had to hold on to that. And that was the only thing that was keeping me there, because I certainly wasn't having a good time. I was getting beat up night after night, okay, for seemingly no purpose, okay? And it hurt. And I didn't want to be there. But then those dark times ended. Let me tell you why. Because I saw a light. I saw a light on the horizon. His name was Tom Campbell. Because I remember very clearly the first time I met Tom Campbell and shook his hand. And he had a smile. He had a brilliance to him, a radiance. And I knew just from that moment, from the energy, because I put out my hand, he embraced me immediately. And not only did he embrace me, he embraced EDW as a whole. Okay, he has that energy. He has that life to him. Okay, that is exactly what EDW is. At its core, at its soul, Tom Campbell is. He can be and is that soul. And I realized that he had given me the greatest gift. He had given me the ability to walk away. Because I didn't need to carry that flame anymore. Because as long as Tom Campbell was in EDW, as long as he was the commissioner, as long as he was taking care of the place, I knew that the EDW values would pour out of him, okay? The ability to enjoy yourself, the ability to come together, have a great time would pour out of him and seep into every pore of everyone in EDW, and I didn't have to be there anymore through the dark times to do it. He gave me that gift, so I knew in the darkest times, in my darkest hour, I could walk away. And I've never told anyone that before. I hope you're watching this, Mr. Campbell. So, now, I stand ready for December 2nd at the Hive. I have an opportunity to take back the EDW title from Jamie Future. But it is so much more than that. So much more than that. Because if I win, the Players Club is no more. And you know how many times I've said this, that the Players Club is everything I have ever fought against in EDW, okay? They're there for themselves, no one else. They don't care if you're enjoying yourselves watching it. That doesn't matter to them, okay? They're not there for that. If I can beat Jamie Future, the Players Club is gone! And that matters. But, if I lose, everything I am is gone. I don't know how I'll get by afterwards, how I will live with myself, because if it were just bad, I could walk away. If it were just that they'd beaten me down until I was so broken that I couldn't do this anymore, I could just walk away. But no, on the line in this match, not just the EDW title, Tom Campbell's career. So if I lose, I can't walk away. Because Tom Campbell won't be there to represent everything that is good about EDW. I won't be there to hold my little guttering flame, okay? And with both of that gone, broken, and shattered, I don't even know if there'll be an EDW on the other side. So, here I stand. I have hope. EDW is full of new heroes, okay? You see them. Everyone who steps through that curtain and smiles, and make sure you're smiling as well. Those people who make sure you're smiling and having a good time, those are heroes. People like Joey Sanchez, okay? People like Mark Morgan. They're heroes. They're not like me. I'm not a hero. I've said that so many times. Maybe there is hope. But I can't face the possibility of losing this. Because if I lose, EDW loses. Okay? And I lose EDW. So do you. Jamie Future, listen to me. You listening? Shut up. Now you're listening. Jamie Future, we have fought before, but the stakes have never been higher. We both know that. You are brimmed with confidence. I have no doubt that right now you are certain you're going to win. Oh, I know it. Let me tell you. I'm not certain, because nothing is ever certain. But this isn't just about a title that means the world to both of us. This is about the survival of EDW, which is the heart of me. December 2nd, at the Hive, you bring your Players Club, your Templeton Cruise, you bring all that. I'll bring Tom Campbell. I'll bring the crowd. I will bring the memories of everyone I remember. Everyone who's ever cheered me on is in here, and they're coming with me. Bring everything you've got. I'm bringing everything I've got. December 2nd, the Hive. We'll see which one of us walks away. And whether we walk away with all or nothing.